Villeneuve. Hello there.
Hi, Catherine.
And yesterday, a really big development in the story of this missing Malaysian Airlines plane. We did find out that they're pretty sure now that it has crashed into the Indian Ocean. The newspaper's really taking a lot of time to chew over all of this.
That's right. Still a lot of reaction in the international press today. Let's start by looking at the Star in Malaysia. If you take a look at the front page, it's very interesting. It's all black there. The Star is in mourning after 17 agonizing days. It seems like we've finally come to some sort of an understanding about what happened. So you can see there 370 rest in peace. And inside, the Star pays tribute to some of the victims and says that even if hope is lost, there are many memories of the 239 people on board that will go on living. They're gone, but they are not forgotten. These were real people, reminds us the Star. We were so focused on the plane that we tend to forget that there were people in this plane. Fathers, mothers, children. They had dreams and aspiration. The world has lost some great scientists and artists and a great airline crew as well. We will always remember them, says the Star.
Okay, tributes there in Malaysia. Outside of Malaysia, a lot of focus on this as well.
That's right. It's on the front page of a lot of papers. I've chosen a couple. Let's look at The Guardian that says that the end of hope, and you see a photo there of one of the relatives of a passenger in China hearing the news. Now, Malaysian authorities and Malaysia Airlines have drawn a lot of criticism for the way they dealt with this whole situation, including sending a text message to some of the relatives. And you can see there on the front page of The Guardian, it says that families accuse the government of delays and cover-up over the fate of the plane. It's also on the front page of China Daily. It's a little bit more measured. It just talks about how passengers, relatives find it hard to accept the news. Now, so there's been a lot of focus on the passengers, a lot of focus on the crew as well. I pulled out an article from the Daily Beast that's critical of Malaysian authorities for trashing the pilots.
Yeah, we had a lot of suspicion about the different pilots, what they might have done.
That's
the flight simulator was taken from one pilot's home.
That's right. And this article focuses exactly on that and says that the Malaysian authorities were very quick to be accusing these pilots. And according to this article, they actually behaved just as they should have. They were not sinister killers, as says the article. In fact, they were trying to bring the airplane to safety, according to new information in this article you can read on the Daily Beast. They were not committed, not there to commit mass murder as the Malaysian government implied, according to this article.
I have to say, some of the newspapers throughout the weeks this has been going on have been quite quick to repeat those accusations as well, so not completely the high moral ground there. We'll move on to Egypt. More than 500 supporters of the Muslim Brotherhood sentenced to death yesterday after an incredibly short trial.
That's right. It's getting a lot of attention all over the world. I pulled out a couple of articles. This is in The Independent, talking about how it's the largest mass death sentence handed down in recent history anywhere in the world. The Guardian focuses on this in its editorial today. It sends a shudder through those who once cheered on the Egyptian revolution and imagined that the country was on a path to democracy. This article says that it's a very different story today. There are so many political prisoners in Egypt that its jails are close to bursting, says The Guardian today.
Okay, and another trial today that we will be following here on France 24 as well. We're going to stay in the Middle East region. Turkey also in the spotlight. Its Twitter shut down into its 5th day today.
That's right. Hurriyet wonders just what the effect of this Twitter ban is on the economy. And says, for now, it's kind of hard to tell. But one thing that's interesting is that the finance minister, Mehmet Simsek, well, he's actually an avid Twitter user. He has about 865,000 followers. And he recently said that banning Twitter altogether would not create a good perception and could be bad for foreign direct investment. So an interesting take on things there from within the government. Now, a lot of papers are saying that this crackdown on internet freedom comes a couple of days ahead of municipal elections across the country. And this is the Wall Street Journal that's focusing on one race in particular, and that's the mayoral race in Istanbul. And this will be a very big test for the Prime Minister, Erdogan, who's facing this mushroom corruption scandal. His political future may well hinge on the outcome of the election in Istanbul, says the Wall Street Journal, because it will be a test for the popularity of his AKP party ahead of national elections this summer.
Okay, well, we've just got time for one story, a happy note to end on, about cookies.
That's right. This is a great story. This is about a girl named Katie Francis. She's a 6th grader in Oklahoma, and according to Slate, she's the Uber Girl Scout. Why is that? Well, on Sunday, she broke the organization's national record for cookie sales. She sold 18,107 boxes of cookies.
Well, I never. For charity. This is fundraising for the Girl Scouts.
This is the Girl Scouts. It's
She's
for
not
charities.
just a new capitalist.
No, well,
She's
maybe
an entrepreneur.
in the making. We'll have to see. But and then she gave her secret. She gave her secret to how she sells all these cookies. She says that there are 3 ingredients to cookie sales. It takes a lot of time, commitment, and asking everybody I see. According to this article, she will always sell cookies. In fact, if she were here, she'd probably be trying to sell us cookies.
I think she'd have some captive consumers as well.
Yeah, I think we'd probably take her up on that as well. Thanks very much, Flo Villamino, with a look at the international papers here on France 24. Plenty more news coming up for you in just a few minutes' time. And also in our special focus report, a mild winter and 3 years of sunshine might sound like a dream, but for California it spells drought and danger. Find out more in our special report.